Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Erin, and today we're just gonna keep it nice and chill and do a book haul. So I am in my third week of teaching virtually. Things have been stressful, like peak stress. So I just put on a nice comfy sweater and thought we'd look at the books that I've bought. The last time I did a book haul was in the middle of March, and I've been picking up a few books here or there. I tried to keep my book buying to a minimum because my goal is really to get down my physical TBR, but some of these I just couldn't resist, and there's always going to be those days where I just need some book retail therapy. This first book my dad gave to me and my sister. Both of us are teachers. That is Go See the Principal by Gary Brooks. So this guy is a YouTuber. He's a former teacher principal, maybe still a teacher principal, not entirely sure, but I have seen some of his videos on YouTube, and they're pretty funny if you're a teacher, so I'll link them down below. But this is just kind of a collection of things he's seen, experienced, and learned while on the job. So I'm interested to see how his stories compared to mine. It's always good to share work stories, you know? Then I also bought a few books recently for my book club with the goal of continuing my racial education, just making sure I'm staying involved and continually learning and also supporting diverse authors. The first one is Slay by Brittany Morris. I've heard a lot of great things about this. In fact, I don't think I've heard anybody not enjoy this book. So I'm excited to eventually get to it with my book club. This is about 17-year-old Kira, and she's created this online world specifically for Black players to kind of find their own space. And one day someone gets murdered because of the game, and she kind of has to deal with the outcomes and consequences of that while still just living her everyday life. I really love the cover of this, and I love online gaming, so I feel like the premise is going to be one that I enjoy. So I think this will be a good one to add to my shelf. I also picked up A Song Below Water by Bethany Morrow. I actually got this one at the same time I did my very first book haul, but it took forever to come in because I think everybody was picking up about the same time. This follows two girls in Portland, Oregon. One of them is a siren, and she's trying to kind of keep her powers under control and hidden, and her friend is just kind of trying to make it through life. And so it's their story, and I don't know much about this one, but again, it's one that I've heard really good things, and another beautiful cover. So I think between these two, I have some really good books coming up. I also, during that same time, bought Pride by E.B. Boy, and I am really excited about this one because it is a Jane Austen retelling, Pride and Prejudice, and I can never get enough of those. In this version, you follow Zuri, who is living in Brooklyn, and her area is going through a lot of gentrification, and so she's not happy when the Darcys move in with their fancy new house next door. But following that storyline, we all know how this one's going to develop. I do love the idea of mixing, you know, Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice with some of the more recent topics like gentrification and racial diversity. So this one is probably one I'm going to try and fit in the next few months. I love the cover. Absolutely beautiful. The only thing is I'm not a huge fan when books do this thing where they have like the little, I don't know, extra tab, or like the cover is cut short. I don't know why, but on the inside it also does have this, which is stunning. I just love it. My Jane Austen loving heart has been waiting for this retelling my whole life, and just kind of goes on to give some of the like reviews from people. So awesome. One of my friends who couldn't join the book club but still kind of wanted to be a part of it gave me The Good Luck Girls by Charlotte Nicole Davis. I don't really know much about this. I know it follows a group of 5 girls who were sold to a welcome house and are branded and considered cursed, and they are trying to escape and find freedom. I don't know if there is like magic involved or kind of what the backstory is behind what their curse might be. Another one that I picked up, which actually my dad bought for me last time he was visiting, was Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman's Good Omens. I have not seen this yet because I always try and read the book first. I love both of these authors, and I think this will be right up my alley as far as just sarcasm and cynicism. A lot of this book involves an angel and a demon who are working together to try and save the world. I know that like David Tennant plays one of them. I can't remember if he plays the angel or the demon. So I'm excited to get to this one, not only because I'm going to enjoy the book, but because I want to see the show as well. I did get the cover that has this soon to be a TV series, which I'm not that picky about covers, but I wish it was something I could take off. I don't know why you would want that on a book forever. That should be removable. Another one that everyone has read and loved and goes on and on about, which makes me all the more hyped to read it, is Gideon the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. So this is a necromancy book, which I have not read a great necromancy book since Sabriel, I think, and I am dying to read another one. This seems like it may be a new favorite for me. This follows Gideon, who lives on the 9th planet, I believe, and kind of wants to find somewhere else to be, but has to find a way off and out of that service. So she becomes a swordswoman for Harrow, who is the necromancer, from my understanding. I know this has a beautiful relationship, and I cannot wait to dive into this book and really see how the necromancy is explored, how the relationship is explored, and just fall in love with these characters, because I feel like that, from what I've heard, is a strong point. I also got the box set of the First Era Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, so this actually comes with all three with this very cool front cover. Someone's reading the other two right now, so I just have this one to show you. When I finished my mass market paperback version of this one and realized that I needed to buy the other two like right away, I decided that there was no better time or reason to upgrade to this fancy, beautiful cover. So yeah, I have all three of these. I am in love with Vin and Ellen in the first one, and I'm excited to see where the story goes. I've obviously heard a lot of good things. It's Brandon Sanderson. I know it's going to be solid. And so, yeah, another good box set to add to my shelf. Next up, we have Red Rising by Pierce Brown. A lot of people say this is an amazing series. I know literally nothing about it aside from that a few people I know really love it. I think Eric from Break Even Books, this may be his favorite book. Yeah, I could not tell you a single thing about the plot. This cover is, again, stunning. So I feel like a good cover and good recommendations are enough for me to buy a book. The last three books that I bought are all part of the Wheel of Time series. I'm reading that with a Discord group, which has been going amazing. They're such a fun group, and they've been totally supportive, and I'm excited to continue reading with them. I did get a different set of covers for these next three. So again, this may be a set where I eventually go back and buy the first three in this cover, but I'm not too picky. Book number 4 for that is The Shadow Rising, and this scares me. It's huge. But I just love the font. It's just like a little bit more creepy, and I don't know, just seems more intense, and I like it. Book 5 is The Fires of Heaven, not quite as chunky. And then we go back to a chunk with book 6, The Lord of Chaos. That is massive. If you hold these three up together, it's just giant and so intimidating to have on your shelves. But I am slowly working my way through it. We're on book 3 right now, and I'm about 200 pages in, so I'm a little bit behind where I wanted to be, but still have plenty of time left in September, and I have high hope. There is no way I'm going to get all of these in this shot, but we'll do like a slow, like, elevator rising up, maybe? I don't know. Let's... Ugh. Oh my gosh. I can't... Those are the 15 books that I've bought since, like, March? Yeah, since March. I'm going to try and keep my buying still to a minimum. I feel like 15 books from March to September, the end of September, is pretty good for me. Actually, it's really good for me. I hope you have a great week. I hope you're reading a good book right now. Let me know if you are. I'd be interested to see. Always looking for recommendations. And thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll see you later. Bye.